Hi, in this video I'm gonna go over another example of solving trig equations, trigonometry equations, using the formulas that we have came across. Okay, so in this case, on the right hand side I have a bunch of formulas listed out for you guys, and the first three are called the double angle identity, right? And the last two equations, last two formulas, they are formulas that we have used for a long time in our study of math, right? So also in the previous video, I've shown you guys how we can make use of all these formulas to solve trig equations. Okay, so now let's look at this one. So we know that I have an angle theta, and cosine of theta is 4 over 5. Cosine of theta is equal to 4 over 5. So again, if you look at your unit circle, it's not going to help us at all, right? Because the unit circles only focus on those special angles, right? And this angle apparently is not one of those special angles. That's why the cosine value is kind of weird, and we won't be able to find any angle on the unit circle that has a x coordinate of 4 over 5. So that's the reason why unit circle is not going to help. We need to use our algebra skills with these properties to solve it. Okay, now this part, right? What do I get out of that? 3 pi over 2. So if you think about this, oops, sorry about that. 3 pi over 2 is over here, right? 3 pi over 2. And 2 pi is there, right? Which means my angle is in the fourth quadrant. My angle theta is in the fourth quadrant. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. My theta is in the fourth quadrant. Okay, now let's try to find theta first. In fact, they want us to find the value of sine theta, right? They're not asking us to find the theta, they want us to find sine of theta. So I'm going to go back and look at all these formulas that I have, and I want to find, in fact I need to choose one that's actually going to help me, right? So is this sine 2 theta going to help? I need to find sine theta, right? Sine 2 theta requires sine theta too, and I don't know what that is. I got this, but right now I have two unknowns, so I'm not going to use that. I have too many unknowns, so that's not helpful. Cosine 2 theta, I don't know. I have no idea what that is, so that's a question mark. Cosine squared theta, that's okay, I got that. Sine squared theta, nope, I don't have that. So again, too many unknowns. Right. So if I look at the second line, 2 cosine theta squared minus 1, this is also unknown. Actually we do have that. Sorry, I do have that. But this cosine 2 theta over here, this is cosine 2 theta. That is still unknown, right? This is still unknown. So, and I'm not really interested in cosine 2 theta, and that's actually my part B. So maybe I'll come back later. But for now, to find sine theta, this is not helping. What about this third line? So this is also cosine 2 theta. So sine theta, okay, maybe this is something that I need to find. So I put a question mark there. Cosine 2 theta, I don't know. So again, too many variables. None of this is going to work. Right, so none of this is going to work. All right, now let's move on. Tangent 2 theta, everything involves tangent. I'm just going to skip that for now. Okay, so I'm not even thinking about applying that. Tangent theta is equal to sine theta over cos theta. In this case, I don't have tangent theta. This is what we have to find. Cosine theta I do, but again, too many variables, not helping. Finally, let's do this. So this is unknown. right? But cosine theta squared, I do have that, and this is just a 1, so I'm going to use this. For part A, I'm using this for part A, okay? All right, so let's do this. Then I have sine, this is part A, sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1. My sine squared theta plus, so this will be 4 over 5, and the whole thing squared is equal to 1. So sine theta squared is equal to 1 minus that, minus 16 over 25, which will give us 9 over 25. And sine theta, so in this case, I need to introduce the square root, right? I need to introduce the square root. I'm going to write in red. Square root, square root. So when we do that, we need to be careful. We must have the plus minus 3 over 5, right? So my sine theta is equal to plus minus 3 over 5. So let me just write this better. It will be 3 over 5 or negative 3 over 5. Now, if you had watched the previous video, we need to do a little bit more of analysis after finding what's my sine value, right? So in this case, I have found the exact value of sine theta, which is either this one, 3 over 5, or negative 3 over 5. Both are fine, right? Both are fine. Is it? Is it true? No, right? Are both values okay? If you think about it, just now at the very beginning, I figured out that my theta has to be in the 4th quadrant, right? So I mentioned this in class, and so we have all of them in quadrant 1, all of them are positive. In quadrant 2, only sine is positive. In quadrant 3, only tangent is positive. And in quadrant 4, only cosine is positive, right? So if my angle is in quadrant 4, then the sine value cannot be positive. Does that make sense? My sine value has to be negative. So this 3 over 5 is not one of the answers. If you had included that answer, points will be deducted, okay? All right, please feel free to review that small section where I explain why did I cancel this 3 over 5. Okay, again, it goes back to where does my angle have to be? 4th quadrant, right? 4th quadrant. So of course the sine value is going to be negative. Okay, now let's do part B. Part B, they want us to find cosine of 2 theta. Right? Cosine of 2 theta, we have a formula for that, and I'm just going to use it. So either one of them. So we have 3 choices here. It doesn't really matter which one. They're all going to give us the same answer anyway. So I'm just going to use, I will use, say, cosine 2 theta is equal to, I'm going to use 2 cosine square theta minus 1. Okay, so cosine 2 theta is equal to 2 times, cosine squared is equal to 4 over 5. So this is 4 over 5 squared minus 1. That will be 2 times 16 over 25 minus 1, which is, how much is this? 32 over 25 minus 25 over 25. And that will give us 7 over 25. Right? Yeah, okay. So that's it. I hope you guys understood what I'm doing here. The most important part is this one, the part where we canceled out the positive 3 over 5. All right, and I hope you guys understood why. Okay, we'll stop here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.